celebrating the best movies of 2025, according to Patrick Willems. It's the 4th annual Vito Awards. And here's your host, Patrick Willems.
Everything is awful but the movies. It's been a banner year for films and not much more. Events today are sure to drive you loony. So hit up your local theater and just ignore it. Everything is stupid but the movies. We met Gladys and we're on to our delight. So let's forget our worries and have a few small beers. It's the 4th annual Vitos tonight. Vampires danced for you while Sammy played the blues. I'd rather rewatch Hamlet than a minute of the news. Fast cars were a gleamin', Huntrix fought off demons, but not the kind that Lockjaw said hoodwinked him for his semen.
A semen demon, that's correct.
Everything is ugly but the movies. Tom Cruise almost died for them to be. The headlines on your phone sure are depressing, but I'm busy watching Time I Love. It's now on Movie. Everything is shocking but the movies, unless we're counting Twist and Knives Out 3. The movies sure were great, so brother, don't be late to the 4th annual Vitos with me. It's been a great year for spine rips and friendships, Naruto running kids, space doggies licking froggies, tires leaving skids, French New Wave, Robin Graves, Timmy's bathtub falls, Shakers raving, Emma shaving, Horace tripping balls. About a year ago, I was walking through my neighborhood and went into this little antique shop I'd never seen before. This place was filled to the brim with dusty old crap, but I felt strangely drawn to this little hand-looking thing at the back of the store. It didn't have a tag on it, so I asked what it was for. This old lady said, "Whatever you most desire," and she laughed. I said, "Well, I desire for 2025 to be a great year for movies, of course." And then that little hand made a fist. Everything is shitty, like the movies. All the studios just want to merge. All the while cozying up to fascists. And have you heard about this AI thing? Nope. Not the Spielberg movie. Everything is painful, like the movies. But each and every film is an escape. So put down your small screens and look up at the big one. It's the 4th annual Vitos. Wait, what's that I see? Is that our boy?
Empire cunt is outcast. Then I do him outcast. Everybody, Empire cunt is outcast. Then I do him outcast. Empire cunt is outcast. Then I do him outcast.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2026 Vito Awards. I am your returning host, Patrick Willems, and we are here tonight to celebrate the best in cinema from the year that ended 2 months ago and that you're all sick of still hearing about. But as we always say, the year of movies doesn't really end until the Oscars happen, and they happen in March, so it'll be at least another 2 weeks until we can rip into the rip, wreck the wrecking crew, and give thoughtful, measured commentary on Wuthering Heights. But until then, let's talk about the films of 2025. And as always, we're gonna do it without the usual self-aggrandizing importance of every other award show. Because here at the Vitos, we like to have some fun. Instead of giving the same awards to the same people you have seen give speeches for months, we are here to highlight the parts of movies that don't usually get awards, and then give them spray-painted Funko Pops. Basically, this is our very stupid way of celebrating the movies that we, and by we I mean me, I loved over the last 12 months. Because 2025 was a genuinely great year for movies. Like, remember when we got 2 Soderbergh movies, and then 2 Linklater movies, and 2 Predator movies, and all of them were good? Remember when a studio finally released an actual comedy movie into theaters? Remember the Ella McKay Challenge? Remember Chicken Jockey? Actually, this is embarrassing. Folks, I still don't know what Chicken Jockey is. I kept assuming that through cultural osmosis I would eventually find out, but because I'm an adult, I'm not gonna go see the Minecraft movie. And then the more time went on and the months kept passing, and the weirder it felt to ask someone about it, and now it's a year later, and I still don't know what it is. Maybe I'll just never know. Maybe this will haunt me for the rest of my life. Maybe, on my deathbed, the final moments of my life will be me croaking out the words, "What was Chicken Jockey?" Anyway, the Vito Awards. As always, one of the best things about our show compared to every other award show is that we are gonna have all this shit wrapped up in under an hour. None of this 3+ hour bullshit where by the time you're finally at the big awards, you're already nodding off and angry because Jesus Christ, it's 11:30 p.m. You've got work in the morning. These LA elites don't care about the East Coast workforce. But I do. So to prove my point, let's do some lightning round awards right up here at the top. The Vito for most intense maple syrup pour goes to Jason Statham in A Working Man. Well-deserved congratulations to Mr. Statham. The award for best fits goes to Black Bag. Black Bag, one of the great underrated movies of 2025. If you didn't see it in theaters, I'm sorry, but maybe you're the problem. Anyway, incredible fits. Everyone looks amazing in that movie. I would love to have all those clothes. They look great. And finally, the last of our opening awards, the Vito for end credit scene that most deserves to be in the actual movie, goes to Sinners. Ryan, I love you. You made a great movie. We all love it, but I think you may have spent a little bit too much time at Marvel Studios because don't make people miss the actual ending to your movie because they got up to go to the bathroom when the credits rolled. Okay? Just put it in the movie. Have the movie end normally. Please. I think you can do it. So anyway, there you go. In the words of Bad Bunny, uno, dos, tres. 3 awards knocked out in, I think, under a minute. Congratulations to all of those winners, but now it's time to move on to the meatier categories. The cramped field of nominees vying for some of the most prestigious awards. And by the way, for any winners, please tell your reps to reach out to us and tell us what address to mail your award to. Don't you want one of these guys? I swear to God, one of these years, some famous person is actually going to accept one of these awards. We're going to get it into their hands. Probably not this year, but maybe 2027.
Presenting the award for Best Movie Made Within a Video Game Engine, Certified Noob, Patrick Willems.
As we explored in our recent season finale, many video games strive to be cinematic. But last year, we got multiple examples of a new form of art, a movie made within a video game by people playing the video game. And personally, I hope this trend continues, so one day we can see Mario and Luigi starring in Glenna Gary, Glenna Ross. The nominees are Grand Theft Hamlet, made with Grand Theft Auto Online. Kill Bill The Lost Chapter, Yuki's Revenge, made in Fortnite. The Remarkable Life of Ibelin, made with World of Warcraft. And the veto goes to Grand Theft Hamlet. I'm honestly just really relieved that it was not that Kill Bill Fortnite thing, because that sucked.
Presenting the award for Best Ass Whoopin', voted most likely to run away from any sign of a fight, Patrick Willems.
In the year 1996, a young dreamer by the name of Stone Cold Steve Austin introduced a concept that would change the world. He called it opening a can of whoop-ass. I'm happy to say, 30 years later, his dream is alive and well in the movies. This year gave us a whole 24-pack of whoop-ass to open up. Also, disclaimer to all the action heads out there, there were a lot of action movies that I have not gotten around to watching yet, and so they're not going to be included in this, so sorry to all those movies. I'm sure you're great. I will watch a lot of you. I hear The Furious and The Shadow's Edge are really good. Just haven't gotten to them yet. Anyway, the nominees are Ballerina, Fight or Flight, No Other Choice, The Phoenician Scheme, Predator Badlands, Splitsville. And the veto goes to Splitsville. Not even an action movie. And look, I really loved the grenade scene in Ballerina, a movie that had, some pretty damn good action. Actually, a lot of these did. The legs and stuff in Predator Badlands, really good stuff, but that extended fight scene in Splitsville is so funny and so well executed and has great stunt work, and it's just like for a comedy, this is a comedy with an incredible fight scene. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Well deserving of this award. Congratulations.
Presenting the award for movie title with most annoying punctuation, frustrated proofreader of all the channel's scripts, Patrick Willems.
This year was a punctuation-heavy one for film. Whether it was the under-your-breath diss of parentheses, the stifled burp of a comma, or the, wait, is it not actually called Thunderbolts? What the fuck is going on? Of the asterisk. Here are the films that had us wondering, when will a title be bold enough to finally go for the interrobang? The nominees are Dreams, parentheses, sex, love, Honey Don't, exclamation point, Oh, hi, exclamation point, Sorry, baby, Thunderbolts, asterisk. And the veto goes to Honey Don't, a title that is frustrating because there should be a comma after honey because it's the main character's name, so they forgot punctuation but then included punctuation at the end. A weird, baffling, frustrating title that is representative of an annoying movie.
Presenting the awards for Best Dad and Worst Dad, Childless Adult, Patrick Willems.
Dads, molders of minds, teachers of life's lessons, wearers of jorts. This year gave us many examples of good dads, but only one truly deserves to drink from a world's best dad mug. The nominees are Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore 2. Chris Sullivan, Presence. Channing Tatum, Roofman. Pruitt Taylor Vince, Superman. And the veto goes to Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore 2. Look, you may scoff, it's not as serious a film as other ones here, but look, that movie is about Happy Gilmore trying to win a golf tournament so he can get the money to send his daughter to ballet school. And his daughter in the movie is played by his real-life daughter. He's a good dad on screen, a good dad off screen, totally deserves this award. Congratulations to Adam Sandler. Anyway, on to Worst Dad. Much like the dastardly supervillain Two-Face, dads can have multiple faces. For all the good dads we saw a minute ago, there were just as many bad. Actually, there were way more bad dads. Movies kind of have a real thing for bad dads. The kind who force you to work on a carpentry project neither of you is prepared for, and then yells at you when you can't hold a flashlight correctly. Or dads who, cut off your hand and try to convince you to join a fascist regime. Or worst of all, the dads who missed your karate class graduation. The nominees are Woody Harrelson, Ella McKay, Najor, Predator Badlands, Sean Penn, One Battle After Another, Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value, Aaron Taylor Johnson, 28 Years Later. And the veto goes to Sean Penn in One Battle After Another. Look, the Predator dad, yeah, I know he killed one of his sons and tried to kill the other, and that's really bad, don't get me wrong. But Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw, he didn't even have a relationship with his biological daughter, and then just gave her to a bunch of white supremacist military people to kill. And he did that all so he could then get into a secret club of white supremacists. That sucks. That's really bad. Awful dad. That dude sucks. A great performance, but as if he were a real person, he would suck. So, worst dad, Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw.
Presenting the award for Best Irish Person in Movies, Sound Lad, Patrick Willems.
Whether it's Pierce Brosnan or the cheese and onion Tato, the people of Ireland have been gifting the world with mouth-watering morsels for years. 2025 was a big showcase for our talented roster of Irish actors, even if most of them tossed away their delightful accents to play Americans or English people. Hailing from Kerry, Kildare, Dublin, and even Tipperary, the nominees are Jessie Buckley, Hamnet, Kerry Condon, Train Dreams, Colin Farrell, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, and Ballad of a Small Player, Paul Mescal, Hamnet, Andrew Scott, Wake Up Dead Man, and Blue Moon. I kind of feel like I'm not entirely qualified to pick a winner here. Yeah, obviously I'm Irish, but shouldn't the winner be picked by someone actually from Ireland? So, okay, gonna make a quick phone call.
Patrick, my boy, how are the vetoes going?
Yep, pretty good so far. So, hey, Mum, right now we're doing the award for Best Irish Person, and I wanted to see if you had a pick for this one. I'm thinking maybe, Jessie Buckley's an obvious one, but, I always love Kerry Condon.
What about Barry Keoghan? He usually plays a nasty little freak. I always love a nasty little freak in the movies.
He's not one of the nominees. I don't actually think he was in a movie last year.
Well, call me back when Barry's in the movies again, okay? Bye!
Okay. Well, that wasn't very helpful, so I don't know. Let's give it to Colin Farrell. No one saw his movies last year, so I think I could use a win. the ding-dong, the wang, the big, fat, sweaty hog. No matter which way it leans, we don't see a lot of them on the big screen these days. But once in a blue moon, a hero is brave enough to drop trow and show the audience what he's packing. This year, the Vitos are honored to present the Bronze Swackhammer for a new special award. The Harvey Keitel Award for Achievement in Full Frontal Male Nudity goes to 28 years later.
Presenting the award for Worst Politician, 7-time election voter, Patrick Willems.
Wait, 7? 7? What are you talking about? I vote in every election. It's my civic duty. Whatever. So politics in real life can feel like getting run over by a dump truck with wheels made of diarrhea. Great work, writers. Which is why we look to movies for escapism. Films at their most powerful can hold a mirror up to the world around us. And what more representative way for 2025 to have done that than by providing us with a collection, par excellence, of inept, egotistical, and misguided representatives of the people, who you watch and think, honestly, they still seem better than what we got in real life. The nominees are Sebastian Stan, Thunderbolts; Idris Elba, A House of Dynamite; Harrison Ford, Captain America, Brave New World; Saddam Hussein, The President's Cake; Emma Mackey, Ella McKay. And the veto goes to Harrison Ford as President Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross in Captain America Brave New World. So apologies, actually no, not apologies to Saddam Hussein, but he just never turned into a giant red rage monster and smashed up Washington, D.C. And that to me is a sign of a bad politician. So Harrison Ford, congratulations. I'm sure you're really excited to have won this. Let me know where we should send it.
Presenting the award for Best Movie I Liked and apparently no one else did, questionable movie opinion haver, Patrick Willems.
A few times last year, I experienced the phenomenon of stepping out of a movie that I thought was pretty great, only to discover almost no one felt the same way. Was I the crazy one? Was there something I was missing? Had all my critical faculties just completely fallen by the wayside? Was this a them problem or a me problem? You know what? I'm gonna say it's a them problem. Yeah, because this is my award show, so shut up. The nominees are Fantastic Four, First Steps; Materialists; Play Dirty. Okay, only 3 nominees. I don't have that many crazy opinions. So, the veto goes to Celine Song's Materialists, a movie that I think is better than Past Lives. Most people don't. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I saw it twice in theaters. I think it's terrific. Sorry, everyone, but that's it. That's how it goes. I make the rules.
Presenting the award for Best Needle Drop, guy who still owns an iPod Classic, Patrick Willems.
Nothing sets the mood like the perfect song at the perfect time. If you need proof, bring a date back to your place and then put on Axel F by Crazy Frog. You can thank me later. This year was full of classic needle drops from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Those songs that take us back to timeless, universal feelings, evoking memories of sitting in the backseat of the car, drinking a Stewart's Blue Raspberry Refresher while your mom drives you up the I-87 for that friend's birthday party at Waterslide World, looking out the window as Uncle Vito on Pix 106 hits you with a second Led Zeppelin song because it's 2 for Tuesdays. You know, stuff we can all relate to. The nominees are From Die My Love, In Spite of Ourselves.
I'm his honey, never gonna let him go.
From Eddington, Firework. From F1, Whole Lotta Love. From Marty Supreme, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. From One Battle After Another, American Girl. From Superman, Punk Rocker. From Urchin, Hooligan. From Weapons, Beware of Darkies. Yeah, there's a lot of nominees for this one, but a lot of good needle drops, and I make the rules. So that's it. Anyway, the veto goes to American Girl from One Battle After Another. Just an incredible song to drop right at that end. A perfect ending. It's moving, it's exciting, it gets me just so amped up every single time I see it and hear it. Yeah, perfect ending. Some Tom Petty right there at the end. Yeah, great stuff, great stuff. Well deserved.
Presenting the award for movie directed by a hot actor that most made me admit, okay, they've got the juice. Interesting looking guy, Patrick Willems.
Mildly offensive. Anyway, is there anything more annoying than a beautiful, talented person? All that luscious hair and facial symmetry, the world already treats you better. You can get a job as, like, a model, and then you have the gall to go and, like, be good at stuff too? Honestly, how dare you? Just stay in front of the camera where you belong and leave this job to the rest of us. But sometimes someone proves so talented that they punch through my bitterness and jealousy and force me to admit, okay, fine, that was good. The nominees are The Chronology of Water, directed by Kristen Stewart. Eleanor the Great, directed by Scarlett Johansson. Urchin, directed by Harris Dickinson. And the veto goes to The Chronology of Water, directed by Kristen Stewart. Yeah, I saw this at Cannes last year, and I was really impressed. K-Stu, yeah, she's got the sauce. This was really impressive. Really good debut film. Can't wait to see what she does next. Also, an incredible Imogen Poots performance, who I think is just a really underrated actor who I've always really liked. Also, I didn't actually see Eleanor the Great. I heard it wasn't very good. I did see Urchin. Urchin was good, but yeah, Chronology of Water. That's it. That's the winner. Congrats, K-Stu.
Presenting the award for Best Puke, Normal Person, Patrick Willems.
As any longtime Vito watcher has surely guessed by now, I think it's really funny when people barf on screen. We do this category every year, and yeah, I'm aware that this is not everyone's thing. Some people find it really gross. Some other people won't even watch a movie if it features vomiting. Now, I have never bothered to examine why this particular form of bodily evacuation tickles my fancy so much. Because, like, if someone shits their pants in a movie, I can take it or leave it. But puke, bring it on. Give me all that you got. Anyway, I'll leave it to the psych majors out there to armchair psychoanalyze my enjoyment. The nominees are Caught Stealing, Hard Eyes, Mickey 17, No Other Choice, Weapons. And the veto goes to, out of nowhere, a surprise winner, The Dinner Plan. Directed by me. Yeah, that's it. I make the rules. I win this award. And you may say this is unfair, but I challenge you. Go watch The Dinner Plan and tell me that we did not have the best vomit scene of 2025. We did. We earned it. It's just a fact. Everyone agrees. I win. I win this one. In 2025, a lot of really cool, talented people died. And also Hulk Hogan. But we don't want to bring the mood down by getting into all that and reminding you of all this sad stuff. So instead, for our In Memoriam segment, we want to recognize those fictional characters we lost last year. Major spoilers ahead. This is your last warning. Okay, roll it.
Presenting the award for Best Musical Performance, guy who insisted on singing in this show, Patrick Willems.
I love a good musical, but what I love almost as much is when a movie that isn't a musical suddenly drops a surprise musical number on me. And in 2025, if you were looking for a film that split the difference between, let's say, Wicked for Good and the scoreless Iranian drama It Was Just an Accident, then this was the year for you. The nominees are Our Love from the Ballad of Wallace Island, The Rap Battle from Freaky Tales, the title song from Highest to Lowest, Pamela Anderson jazz singing in The Naked Gun, the title song in Paddington in Peru, I Lied to You in Sinners, The Rocky Road to Dublin in Sinners, Hunger and Thirst in The Testament of Anne Lee. And the veto goes to Sinners, The Rocky Road to Dublin. Yes, that is right. This might be my natural Irish bias speaking. But look, obviously I lied to you. Great performance, the entire juke joint sequence, incredible. You know, we all love it. But I just got to admit, when those vampires were singing and dancing to The Rocky Road to Dublin, a song that I have always loved, you know, being raised by an Irish person, I just levitated there in the Lincoln Square IMAX Theater. One of my favorite sequences in any movie all year. So unexpected, so cool. So yeah, Jack O'Connell, congrats. You earned it.
Presenting the award for Best Dance Scene, the Michael Flatley of YouTube? God, who wrote this stuff? Patrick Willems.
Can you just read the intro without adding commentary? Not to get all pretentious cinema studies major here, but sometimes I wonder, is the absolute peak of cinema just something as simple as people dancing to music? That combination of sound and movement? I'm talking about the Girl Hunt Ballet in The Bandwagon, the ballet in The Red Shoes, the final dance in Napoleon Dynamite. These sequences are as good as movies get. And while nothing in 2025 quite reached those heights, we still got some damn good ones. And while I'm here, I just want to advocate, movies need to bring back dream ballets. They rule. Just put a dream ballet in everything. Like, imagine Train Dreams with an 8-minute sequence in the third act with Joel Edgerton dancing through a forest fire as railroads are constructed around him. Just totally abstract movement and color. Admit it, that sounds pretty cool. But anyway, none of these movies did that, which is their loss and ours. The nominees are The Accountant 2, Companion, Die My Love, The Life of Chuck, A Nice Indian Boy, and the veto goes to The Accountant 2, the scene where Ben Affleck and John Bernthal go to the honky-tonk bar for some square dancing. That movie is wacky. I think it's a lot of fun. But that scene, the absolute high point in the film, Ben Affleck just charming this lady by just being good at square dancing. John Bernthal is so proud of him. Man, what a good scene. What a really fun scene. Make more accountant movies. Come on.
Presenting the award for Best Running Man, 15-minute mile runner Patrick Willems.
15 minutes? What are you talking about? I can run a mile faster than that.
Well, it certainly isn't the 4-minute mile you wrote in the intro.
I don't know what's up with this guy. In 1987, Irish humanitarian/musician Paul Hewson, aka Bono, uttered the immortal words, "I want to run." And the movies of 2025 were dedicated to honoring those words. We were treated to an array of men pumping those gams as they sprinted away from cops, assassins, and in pursuit of planes and regular people they wanted to kill. They taught us, when it comes to the movies, run, don't walk. The nominees are Timothée Chalamet, Marty Supreme, Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Chai Lewis Perry, 28 Years Later, Glenn Powell, The Running Man, Benedict Wong, Weapons. And the veto goes to, obviously, Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. That isn't even in the upper echelon of his running performances. I would still put Fallout probably on top, then probably MI3, then Ghost Protocol. But anyway, I mean, look, he runs so much in this movie. He probably could have used more running, but like he chases down a biplane and then jumps onto it. Look, if Cruise has a movie come out, he's gonna win Best Running Man. That's just how it goes. He's got a lock on this. Sorry, Glenn Powell. I know you made a movie called The Running Man, but, you know, you're not gonna beat TC.
Presenting the award for Best 4DX Movie. Oh, director of Mike and Nick and Alice, BenDavid Grabinski.
There's nothing better than watching a movie on the big screen. Or so we thought. Because in 2009, a South Korean genius came along and dared to ask, what if watching a movie on the big screen could feel more like a ride at Universal Studios? What if your seat could shake so hard you spilled your popcorn? What if it sprayed water at you whenever there's a scene in the rain? What if there were huge wind machines? And what if movies had exclusive smells? You might be thinking, that sounds awful. You couldn't be more wrong. It fucking rules. And as New York's foremost 4DX enthusiast, Patrick asked me to come pick the best 4DX movie of 2025. The funny thing is, he didn't even know part of the reason I moved to New York is they had more 4DX screens. That's not a joke. I wish it was. But here are the nominees for best use of 4DX in a motion picture. Captain America: Brave New World, for making me feel like I was flying during that one scene. Final Destination: Bloodlines, for making me feel like I was gonna fucking die. Predator: Badlands, for the best crash landing simulation. Wicked: For Good, for the best tornado. And Minecraft, for making me shake a bunch while the guy in front of me was recording the screen with his phone, even though it was 3D, and the resulting video must have been useless. And the veto for best use of 4DX in a movie goes to... Oh my God, Predator Badlands. No one from Predator Badlands is here to accept this award, because if they were, I would have seen them standing around here somewhere. So I'm gonna accept this on behalf of some true geniuses who made me feel like I was in a spaceship that crash landed on a planet. And I also think there was like some good smells. I don't remember what they were, like some alien plants or something. It was really cool. Well, what do I do with this now?
I'll just take it.
Okay, cool.
You can walk over there.
Oh, fuck.
Presenting the award for original score I listened to most while writing, King of Procrastination, Patrick Willems.
The act of writing. A beautiful endeavor of solitude where one simply sits with oneself and grapples with the act of creative genesis. And what better way to help with this than by listening to soundtracks for movies about zombies, ping pong, and super fast vroom vroom cars. Listen, writing is hard, and you do whatever it takes to get the words on the fucking page, am I right? And, you know, music is better than cocaine, I guess. So the nominees are 28 Years Later by Young Fathers, F1 by Hans Zimmer, Fantastic Four: First Steps by Michael Giacchino, Marty Supreme by Daniel Lopatin, Tron Ares by 9 Inch Nails. And the veto goes to Marty Supreme by Daniel Lopatin. Look, this was a great year for scores. I loved all of these. I've listened to them all so much, but Marty Supreme, just the one I have listened to the most. It's like a long-lost Tangerine Dream score just arriving now in 2025. It's so good. Is it not nominated for an Oscar? Like, I don't really like follow the Oscars closely, which seems weird considering all of this, but like, is it really not nominated? That seems insane. That score's amazing. I listen to it constantly. I should buy it on vinyl. Anyway, it rocks. If you haven't listened to it, go listen to it a bunch. Incredible work. Congrats. Every year at the Vitos, we deliver a special tribute to our boy, Josh Hartnett. He had a huge last couple years with Oppenheimer and then Trap, and while 2025 was a bit quieter, it was still significant. We here at the channel do not know why Fight or Flight had such a criminally short theatrical window. That movie is a lot of fun. Josh is great in it. I think it could have made a bunch more money with a better release. It deserved better. And also, he popped up on The Bear again, which we love to see. And so, to Josh Hartnett, we present the Silver Axel Foley and this lovingly edited tribute montage.
Here on earth, and that's why we are Joshua Daniel Hartnett.
Presenting the award for Best Critter, the same guy as every other award except for that one award, Patrick Willems.
Humans get all the credit at the Academy Awards. Directing, acting, editing, sound mixing. It's like we get it. Mankind is a creative, talented bunch. But it's 2026 now, and it's about time we expanded the boundaries of who or what can get nominated. So let's put aside our species bias for a second and give credit where credit is due to all the non-human performances of 2025. The nominees are The Glowing Thing from Anemone, The Squid Things from Avatar: Fire and Ash, The Hamster from If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, These things from Mickey 17. Bud from Predator Badlands. The Two-Faced Cat from The Secret Agent. Crypto from Superman. And the veto goes too. Surprising absolutely no one, it's Crypto in Superman. Look, Crypto, he stole the hearts of a nation last year, maybe even the whole world. I'm not even a dog guy, and I'm like, I love Crypto. Gotta give it up to Crypto. One of my buttons came undone. Anyway, Crypto, we love you. You're showing up in another movie this summer. Can't wait for that. Yeah, a very good boy. Congratulations.
Presenting the award for Best Dad Movie, Dad Haver, Patrick Willems.
As much as I admire what we commonly refer to as dad movies, I myself am not a dad. And so, I am not totally qualified to declare what the best dad movie of 2025 is. So I say, we go to the expert for this and see what Hank Willems has to say.
Hey, Pat, what's up?
Hey, Dad. So we're doing the award for Best Dad Movie, and being as you are obviously a dad, I wanted to see what your pick was. For the nominees, I'm thinking Last Breath, The Accountant 2, F1, A Working Man, and Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. I'm leaning toward F1, but what do you think?
Well, what really blew me away was Hamnet. It was this incredible exploration of grief and its effect on like a family's love and the creative process. And Jesse Buckley's acting in the final scene of the movie was breathtaking. I've never seen anything like it.
Dad, Hamnet isn't one of the nominees. I don't think anyone would really call that a dad movie.
Patrick, I'm your dad. That's what I think. Look, I gotta go. I'm in a very tight match. Call me back if you need anything else.
Okay. Well, there you have it. The best dad movie of the year. Hamnet. Congrats.
Presenting the award for Best Train Movie, guy who just won't let it rest, Patrick Willems.
Okay. Now, I have had time to process and accept the fact that most of my audience did not watch the 2 episodes on train movies that we made a while back. I promise, I have done the work, and I'm not sour about it anymore. That being said, starting right now, I am introducing a new category that absolutely 100% will be a part of the vetoes every single year from here on out. I don't give a shit if there's a year where literally not a single train features in a movie. I will scrub through every frame of every released film, even just to find a train in the background. This category is Veto's Canon Now. The nominees are 28 Years Later, Bullet Train Explosion, Eternity, J. Kelly, Train Dreams. And the inaugural veto for Best Train Movie goes to, in a major upset, J. Kelly. That's right, 2 of those movies literally had train in the title, and yet Noah Baumbach and George Clooney, they just fought through and grasped that victory. Because look, here's the thing. I think Train Dreams is a better movie than J. Kelly. I loved Train Dreams. Maybe it'll be in the top 10 this year. But look, not as much of it involves people riding on trains as you might think. And J. Kelly has a pretty long stretch that is all set on a train. Look, I do make the rules, but also, you know, the facts don't lie. J. Kelly, Best Train Movie of the year, and so congratulations to everyone involved.
Presenting the award for Best Knitwear, recipient of multiple free sweaters, scam artist Patrick Willems.
Hold up, scam artist? What are you talking about? I promoted those knitwear companies. I have a good relationship with them. Just read the intros that I wrote.
No dice. I only announce the truth. You've turned the Vitos into a house of lies.
It can never be easy. Anyway, what do deep sea divers, aging film directors, and IMF field agents all have in common? You guessed it, sweaters. Whether diamond trellis, plated cable, or Trinity Stitch, these movies all relished in draping their characters with swagged out, wool-centric drip. The nominees are The Ballad of Wallace Island, Last Breath, The Mastermind, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, Sentimental Value. And the veto goes to The Mastermind, Kelly Reichardt's The Mastermind, in which, in basically every scene, Josh O'Connor is just hanging out in terrific sweaters, like 100% wool sweaters, a lot of like Shetland ones, I think some lamb's wool ones, just like killer knitwear across the board. You love to see it. Good movie, but like great sweaters. So congratulations. You earned it.
Presenting the award for Best Legacy Sequel. A man terrified of what legacy he'll leave, if any, Patrick Willems.
Hey man, I told you that in confidence. What the hell is wrong with you?
It's nothing. It's just, I feel like we only hang out during the vetoes. Like, are we even really friends?
Okay. Announcer, I'm sorry. All right, look, the show's almost over. We only have a few awards left. How about once this is wrapped up, you and me, we go to Applebee's.
For all-you-can-eat riblets? I'd like that.
You and me both, buddy. Okay, let's do it. So regular viewers know that we recently spent 2 whole episodes talking about this subject. Legacy sequels clearly aren't going anywhere, and in 2025, we got a lot of them. And some of them were pretty damn good. So let's put them to the test and see which of this newest film phenomena did the least amount of desecrating the name of their original franchise. The nominees are 28 Years Later, Final Destination: Bloodlines, Happy Gilmore 2, I Know What You Did Last Summer, The Naked Gun, and the veto goes to 28 Years Later. Absolutely. Look, I love The Naked Gun, but 28 Years Later, a strong contender for my favorite movie of the year. I already talked about it at length in the Legacy Sequels videos, but yeah, like no nostalgia at all there, barely any ties to the original movie, pretty much just its own thing, and its own thing is so good. Yeah, just an amazing movie and such a great example of what a Legacy sequel can be. Congrats.
And now, presenting our slightly more serious final awards, the funny, talented, and all-around great guy, Patrick Willems.
All right, folks, we've done it. We have gotten to our big, grand finale. The awards where I set aside the fun, silly stuff and get incredibly self-serious. This is the important work we are doing here. It's time to shame the Oscars by highlighting the performances that they, in their foolish and pathetic ignorance, overlooked. The nominees for Best Supporting Performance not nominated for an Oscar are Tom Burke, Black Bag, Una Chaplin, Avatar: Fire and Ash, Olivia Colman, Paddington in Peru, Ralph Fiennes, 28 Years Later, Jesse Plemons, Begonia. Okay, and the veto goes to Ralph Fiennes in 28 years later. Look, I think we all agree. Ralph Fiennes, just one of the most consistently great actors alive today. One of the best actors who's ever lived. And that 28 years later performance is so surprising and so odd and sensitive and moving and just such a delight to discover. I think it ranks among his very best work. Yeah, should have gotten nominated for an Oscar. Should have won a lot of awards. He's covered in iodine the whole time. It's great. And also Bone Temple. I know it's a 2026 movie, but I bet Fiennes is gonna be back here next year because I love that guy. Congrats, Ralph Fiennes, this is for you. Email us and we'll send it to you. Okay, next up, Best Lead Performance not nominated for an Oscar. The nominees are Lee Byung-hun, No Other Choice. Imogen Poots, The Chronology of Water. Amanda Seyfried, The Testament of Anne Lee. Channing Tatum, Roofman. Eva Victor, Sorry Baby. Okay, these are some really great performances that I really love. I'm just happy to mention them all here. So, the veto goes to Amanda Seyfried, The Testament of Anne Lee. Look, Seyfried, other than just seeming like a really delightful person in general, her press tours are always great, but I feel like she's been underrated as an actor for many years. And The Testament of Anne Lee was like finally like the perfect thing to utilize all of her abilities. Just a totally nuts, wonderful, electric performance. Also killer soundtrack there. Yeah, this felt like, all the stock I had bought in Amanda Seyfried over the years was really, really paying off here. Once again, I'm just like, well, I don't know what's up with the Oscars and other award shows. Seems like such an obvious pick for me, but I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, Amanda Seyfried, this is yours. You earned it. I love The Testament of Anne Lee. I think that movie rules. And yeah, a very deserving winner. Okay. Which now brings us to Best Movie. But we're not gonna jump straight to the number one movie, of course, because I spent all this time ranking my favorite movies of the year. So now, counting down my top 25 through 11 movies of 2025. Number 25, Wake Up Dead Man. 24, F1. 23, Superman. 22, Nouvelle Vague. 21, The Chronology of Water. 20, Final Destination Bloodlines. 19, Materialists. 18, Roofman. 17, The Naked Gun. 16, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. 15, Avatar, Fire and Ash. 14, Blue Moon. 13, Black Bag. 12, No Other Choice. 11, It Was Just an Accident. And now, to crown our ultimate winner, here are the nominees for Best Movie of 2025, aka my 10 favorite movies of the year. 28 Years Later, Begonia, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners, Sorry Baby, The Testament of Anne Lee, Train Dreams, Weapons. And the veto goes to Marty Supreme. Yes, I know it is basically the most cliche white dude in New York talking about his favorite movie of the year pick that there could be. But I must accept that sometimes I must be a cliche because I love this movie. I love all these movies, but this is the one, having seen it twice, knowing I will watch it many more times in the years to come, I just think it is an instant, immediate classic. Everything about this movie I find so exhilarating. The world is so rich and lived in. Every minor character who might even have one line feels so real and authentic. Timmy lives up to all the promise he has shown for so many years. Just an electric performance that I can't imagine anyone else giving. The first time I saw it, it was exhausting in a good way, and then the second time I watched it, it just became so much fun. I just love everything about this thing. Darius Kanji's cinematography, Daniel Lopatin's score already won a Vito tonight. The entire supporting cast, everyone's just doing like spectacular next level work. Bronstein and Safdie. Look, this narcissistic little fuck up that I understand why a lot of people hate. I just can't stop watching him. I can't stop watching him. Watching this journey he goes on. It is just like, the best 2.5 hours I spent in a movie theater all year. Marty Supreme, the Vito winner for Best Movie of 2025. Congratulations, Timmy or Josh or anyone. You want to accept this? I mean, Josh, you're in New York. Come on by. I'll just give it to you in person. I'm sure you'll be so proud of this. So gonna toss that over there. And anyway, that does it for our show. And so, look, right now, while you've been listening to me talk about movies and probably thinking ooh, I should watch that. I should watch that. Ooh, I love that guy or whatever. One thing I would really recommend that you go check out is the show Let's Rewind on Nebula. It's an ongoing video essay series made by Danny Boyd from Cinema Sticks, which if you're subscribed to this channel, you're probably subscribed to him as well. And in this series, he revisits the early roles of some of our favorite, most legendary actors, Samuel L. Jackson, Meryl Streep, Steve Buscemi, and it's just some really well done film history that I've been really enjoying, and I think if you enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy that as well. So that is streaming right now exclusively on Nebula, and new episodes will premiere on Nebula. And Nebula, our sponsor for this episode, I'm sure you're very familiar with them because I talk about them all the time. I'm very involved in the company. I am, you might have seen Variety. I'm the director of scripted development. So I'm biased, but I do really believe in what we're doing at Nebula. We're working on really exciting things, projects of all scales in totally different genres. Right now, Abolish Everything is coming out, which is, I think, an incredible comedy show that I was just a big fan of. And then I was asked to be on the new season. My episode will be coming out, I think, in March. So if you want to see me do live comedy, and how will it go? Will I bomb? Will I kill? Will I do something in between? And of course, Nebula is where you can watch The Dinner Plan, my short film that came out late last year, starring Griffin Newman, John Hodgman, Miriam Shore, Zach Cherry. It just won the Vito for Best Puke Tonight. So if that doesn't convince you, I simply don't know what will. Right now, if you sign up at my link, here it is. Here is a QR code you can scan. Click the link in the description. You can get an entire year of Nebula for 50% off, which comes out to only $2.50 per month. That is an outrageously good deal. And if you use that link, it directly supports me and this channel and this whole endeavor. Some of that money goes to me, helps us get future projects made, helps support everything we're doing here. And so you get so much good stuff to watch, and you can feel good about, supporting independent filmmakers. Everyone wins. Everyone has a good time. Also, no ads. Well, I bet the ads during this were annoying. If you watch it on Nebula, no ads. And with that, I'm officially done talking about and watching 2025 movies. I'm free now. And now I can move on to talking about things like Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. Have you guys seen it? Have you seen it? It's out right now. Look, all I'll say is I guarantee you that in next year's Vitos, that movie is gonna come up. Probably gonna be nominated for some awards and probably win some too. It's really great. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. You've been a great audience. Thank you so much for watching. This is always a lot of fun. And with that, good night.
I know what you're all thinking. If BenDavid is such a big fan of 40X, how does he expect us to recreate that experience at home while watching Mike and Nick and Alice when it's released on Hulu on March 27th? Don't worry, I have you covered. All you need is 3 friends. 1 friend to violently shake your couch or chair on cue. 1 friend to spray you in the face with a spray bottle whenever there's a blood spray on screen. Well, that sucked. And 1 friend to operate a very large fan to create wind machine vibes. I don't know if this bit was worth it, but March 27th, Hulu, Disney Plus, ad-free version, Mike and Nick and Alice.
So Patrick, how come I wasn't in the video?
Viewers, this is my sister Mary, who is also here this weekend. She's in the annual Christmas Q&A videos on the second channel, but you haven't been on the main channel in a while.
It's almost like you don't want people to know that you have a sister.
Many viewers know that I have a sister if they watch the annual Christmas Q&A.
A small percentage. Have I been on the main channel? Not for, 7 years?
Well, the thing about this is that, Mary, as I do recall, in the year of 2019, you were living within walking distance of me in Brooklyn, and then you moved to Vermont.
Which you act like is another planet.
It's another state.
It is another state,
It's
but
a
you
li-
know what?
What?
I come back to our parents' home just like you do.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You could just as easily put me in the videos as the parents.
I know. Do you think
just love them more? It's fine.
Well, do you think you are the same kind of star as them? Because they really I think they have it. The camera loves them.
I'm delightful.
You are. You know what, Mary? You are delightful.
I am delightful.
I don't want to be mean to my sister. I'm a big fan of you, but you should come to the city more, and then you could be in videos.
Well, I have been to the city a few times this year, and you haven't put me in a video when I was there.
It's 2026.
Oh, that's true. It was 2025.
Ha-ha!
And out.
Yeah. So yeah, you could be in video again.
Well, the people are clamoring.
Or
or they would clamor more if they knew I existed.
Viewers, I'm putting it to you right now. Do you want to see Mary in videos? And second of all, what should Mary do in videos?
Bake
What
a
could be your
pie.
thing? Bake a pie?
I could bake a pie.
The parents' thing is mostly having things explained to them. And then making like faces like, well, I'm worried about Patrick. Could you worry about me as convincingly as they do?
I mean, I think I usually show concern for you in the Christmas Q&A.
That's the timer.
Yep.
I think, Mary, we can now stop talking to each other. We can go back to sitting in silence.
You don't want to talk to me?
This has been Mary Willems. Don't follow her on Instagram because she has a private account. And also you don't post there anymore.
No, I'm not even on social media
Yeah,
anymore.
I wish I could promote things that you do. But do you have anything you want to plug?
Libraries.
Libraries. Yeah, get a membership at your local library.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get movies at libraries.
Yes, you can.
There you go. Good plug.
Thanks.
High five.
Hey.
Hey, we did it.
Yay.
Okay, the end.